What up, YouTube? Back at it again. Another video. I had a conversation with one of the new guys that just started at the place I work, and he was telling me, and this I thought this would be a good subject to talk about, just off of some of the stuff I've read in books and everything like that. He was telling me that when he had came all the way from South Texas by the Gulf and everything, and he came up to West Texas to work, and the supervisor was trying to give him, and he does this a lot, he tried to give him a truck that was just like super nasty or whatever, to try to get him to clean out the truck and all this other stuff, when the last guy lived like a pig. And he told him no. He called up the owner, told the owner what was going on, and the owner ended up getting it fixed. Well, how the exchange went between him and the supervisor was, he told the supervisor straight up, told him, man, when I came here, I didn't come here broke. I'm not driving that truck. I'm not gonna clean that truck. I didn't make that mess. I'm not gonna clean up after another grown man. And I feel him on that. Nobody touches my truck, so and I made that apparent, too. Well, when he told him that, the supervisor, tested him on this. Told him, well, if you don't drive this truck, I don't have a truck for you. He was like, well, I already missed my dog anyway. I'll just go back home. Called the bluff on him. After he called his bluff, the supervisor apologized, because when the owner got involved, the owner, went off on him. It was like, I told you not to do this. This guy, he has, 15, 20 years of experience in this, and I hate when you do this. Like quit doing this to these guys, right? Well, the guy ended up, instead of driving that nasty, I was trying to stick him in a nasty like ProStar or whatever, which the truck don't have nothing to do with it, but they had bought some brand new Pete 579s, and he stuck to his guns, and that's what he's driving now. Nobody's been in that truck. That truck clean. They just bought the thing. My point is this: there's a book. I don't know. You guys may be familiar with it. It's called The Richest Man in Babylon. And here's my point to this whole thing. When you guys start handling money better, when you guys, say, okay, I'm gonna, open up multiple accounts, and I'm gonna cut my money up into percentages, and I'm gonna pay my bills, and everything, in percentages and stuff like that. When y'all do that type of stuff and you start seeing, the money building up and everything like that, it gives you that confidence, to not take crap. You don't have to take crap, and remember when I was telling you guys that mindset of being a business man, it starts, from that time that you say, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. When you start, when y'all start having that type of mindset, and you start doing those things, you become a boss at that point, to where, you may not physically have your business, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't have a truck. You have a business, but you don't have a truck. You don't, own, any equipment or whatever. You may not have all those things, but because of your mindset and how you set yourself up, you can have that same boss confidence to where you're not afraid, if of not taking crap. You don't gotta take crap, man. That man said I didn't show up here broke. How you think that happened? He had that work ethic. He put it down before he came over here. He saved his money. He got multiple accounts. I talked to him, and we were shooting it, talking about stocks and all kind of other stuff and everything like that. We got a mutual friend, that it's into forex and options and stuff like that. Me and this guy, when we were shooting it, he was talking about running the long game, just like how I run a long game when it comes to the stocks. So, the man got money. He don't gotta take none of that type of stuff. And I think that one of the quotes that came out of The Richest Man in Babylon is this: when it comes to money, right? Somebody's gonna be a slave. Either you can be the slave to money, or you can enslave the money. But somebody's gonna be a slave on this day. Y'all think about that. And if you want to know if which one, who is who and which is which, ask yourself this question: what would I do? Would I be okay if the boss came to me, on some BS, right, and disrespected me, as a man? What am I gonna do? If I had to quit off a principle, or if I had to stick to my guns on principle and risk, getting fired, how many bullets am I gonna be sweating? That's something to think about. And me, in my own story, when I first, came across this and done this, I done it in a way of being more it manifested itself in me being more confident, even negotiating with, the business owner of different trucking companies and everything, getting what I want. I have been able to break out of that whole seniority thing at some certain jobs, just because I'll negotiate with the owner. Everybody be pissed off at me because, I got, working days, have weekends off, and all this other stuff, and they've been working there 20 years. Well, it's because I had that confidence. Like, look, this is what I want. What can we do to where I get this? This is what I want. But I had that confidence because I wasn't afraid. Why? Because I wasn't a slave to money anymore. So y'all make that switch, man. I want y'all to think about some of these things and apply it to your life. Get an account, at your bank that's only for your bills. You should start off with 2. It starts other accounts, and the purposes of other accounts, that's a little more advanced, but at least have 2 of them. Have one, and then set it up on like autopilot, to where your money gets chopped up no matter what. When you go to your job and everything, and they ask you what's the for your direct deposit information, give them both of your accounts, man, and tell them I want 50% in this one and 50% in that one. Or if you're gonna save 20% of everything that you earn, 20% goes in this account, and 80%, goes in this one over here. Do that, because you'll start to see that if you're only spending what's in that account for that purpose, and you're not touching that other account because it's for this purpose, and then, like, let's say you have a truck fund, you open up another account for a business or whatever, for you to save up for a truck, or save up for tires, or whatever, paying out for your diesel and everything. That way you don't have to worry about having somebody else doing all that for you, and them taking all that stuff up out of your check and everything like that, you know, go ahead and open up an account for that. You know, split that thing, split it up, cut it up in percentages and stuff like that. Tell your money where to go, and do it to 100%. You know that's another thing. You know, don't have money just lying around with no purpose. Give all of your money a purpose. You know, give it a job to do. So that's all I got to say on that. You know, I'm gonna let y'all go. Stay focused, y'all.